did you talk to at East Central, Cody?
Roland Toscano, the superintendent, and then now I'm dealing with a gentleman by the name of Matt Morgan, who's in charge of their facilities.
And when you gonna go up there again, or what meeting you gonna have with them?
I'm sorry?
Oh, when are you gonna have another meeting with them, or be with them, or meet, or?
Well, as soon as we find out if y'all want to pursue this, which it sounds like it will, but it still require a vote, but as soon as we know that, then I'll get in touch with Matt, and say, yes, let's go ahead and try to, we'll hire our appraiser, you want to hire yours, let's see where we can get this negotiated out.
You wanted to
Yes.
be involved? Or?
Yes, yeah,
Would
when
you
it
like to-
is, I wanna be involved with things.
You know the people?
Yes.
Well, this is, the negotiations like this are really just basically through email.
Okay.
Do you have an email? I can include you in it.
Okay. Yeah, well, once I get it, I don't have it right now, but no, I'd rather talk to him eye to eye. This is my way of talking to people, so, you know, you let me know who it is, and I'll go talk to
Well, do
him.
you want to handle it for me, or?
No, I just want to be with you.
I'm just trying to get an idea of what we're doing.
Sure, well, we can both do it.
Well, like I say, we're doing it by email, so,
Okay.
because we're only at that point right now.
Okay, well, if I make a meeting or something with him, then I'll let you know. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
So should I just wait? Do I just wait for you to set the meeting, or?
No, not, hold on, give me a second.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so if council agrees to pursue, and they give an offer and we get an offer, does it then come back before council?
Oh, yes.
Before the
Yeah, it has to
president?
come
Yeah,
back,
because
yeah.
there would be a purchase, a contract to purchase and everything.
Just
Yeah,
want to make
absolutely.
sure.
I guess without, if 8 passes or whatever, you do whatever you gotta do to set up the thing. I guess what he's asking is if there's gonna be a formal meeting, he would like to attend with you.
That would probably be, whenever we get to the point of going, either there'll be a meeting here.
Yeah,
And there'll be a meeting at East Central with their board of directors whenever it goes in front of them.
Yeah.
But the negotiations and the hiring of third parties, that's pretty much all
All
going to be conducted through email.
Yeah, yeah, so, all right, sounds good. Is there a motion?
Probably what I understand is that he has the power to twist arms or out there.
My understanding is don't rock the boat, it's going good right now.
Yeah.
And then if there's a meeting where we, y'all meet, then yeah, he can join in, but let's not rock the boat right now.
Yeah.
On item 9, I recommend that we.
It's item 8.
I'm
Or
sorry.
no, you're right, it is 9.
That
Go
we go
ahead.
forward with purchasing the land currently used by the city park from East Central, so Cody can go into negotiations and hire of a third party for an appraisal.
Second, all of seconds, all in favor? All 4. Item number 10, discuss the possible action regarding the approval of an agreement with the San Antonio River Authority for the sale of their 181 wastewater treatment plant.
Yep.
You want to elaborate?
Y'all should have been supplemented with a copy of the agreement on this. Mike had drafted the agreement. It outlines the bullet points that we had previously talked about in the prior meeting. We've provided it to the River Authority. That's only been this week. So far, I have not received any comments back as yet. Basically, this just talks about the purchase of the 181 wastewater plant from Sarah for a total of $150,000. That money would actually be, and the sale would be contingent on receiving the $150,000 from an advance on connection fees from DR Horton. So the agreement that's before you basically mirrors all the bullet points that y'all wanted in the previous meeting, and we recommend acceptance of this agreement and pressing forward with closing with Sarah as soon as possible.
Is there a motion for 10?
I make a motion for item 10, that we approve the agreement with the San Antonio River Authority for sale of their 181 wastewater treatment plant.
Second,
I second.
Dario seconds, all in favor? All four. Item number 11, discuss possible action regarding the approval of a development agreement with the DR Corp with respect to the provision of wastewater services at the Hickory Ridge subdivision. Okay, whichever one, whoever first.
First off, the, as y'all know, we've been talking with DR Horton for quite a number of months now. Up to this point, the discussion had always been that DR Horton would be building the sewage treatment wastewater facility.
Yes, sir.
And then turning that facility over to the city upon completion. The day before yesterday, I received a call from Leslie with DR Horton, who indicated that that has now changed, that they had, apparently they can't afford to make that work in their models. And we were provided with a development agreement only last night, which you have a copy of. The development agreement is not complete. It's not in a position to be able to be approved tonight. There's actually a lot of errors. There's a lot of contradictory language to it. But in addition to that, and my goodness, Mr. Pipes, I'm sorry to pull you into this. I had met with Mr. Pipes. Mr. Chris Pipes is one of the sellers, is one of the owners. And he had made mention that there may be a second development agreement that we have not seen. That would be a tri-party agreement between them as sellers, us, the city, and DR Horton. But we have not seen that agreement. Is that your understanding?
My understanding is that there is a development agreement that will encompass us and DR Horton. Whether or not that agreement, I did say that I thought that it would be a tri-party agreement. I'm not certain of that fact. I know that, I only assume that because I was not aware of the independent development agreement between DR and the city. So, I don't know, I know that we will have something with DR. I don't know if any of that will be carry over to the city or not. I really can't speak.
My understanding is that the court is going to have two agreements, one with the city and one with the seller.
And this is Coy Armstrong with Coon Engineering, who's been kind of the face of the project with us for quite some time.
Just by what he's trying to explain, so are you basically saying that they're trying to push the city out of that agreement?
Oh, no.
I'm just trying to get an understanding of it. It's just.
Yeah, I just don't know if the agreement will be initiated by DR, and we are a party to it because we are the landowner.
Right.
We don't know what any of the details of that agreement. Our attorneys have been working towards that, working with DR's attorneys. We have not seen the copy. We knew that this development agreement was forthcoming. We did not know that there was a separate agreement with the city and DR, which that doesn't come to a surprise to me. There's a lot of moving pieces to this whole development. So no, I'm not saying that the city is pushed out or they pushed out the city. I can't speak in a really accurate way to the agreement because I have not seen it yet.
So the agreement between Horton and the seller really has to do with purchasing the property in takes. We're taking it, I think, three takes. They're not buying all of it at once. They're buying the first take, and then whatever the term is, a couple years later, they'll buy the next take, and a couple years later, the final third take.
And some of the easements that will
And
remain,
easements.
because we will have two additional tracks.
Since they will retain the first two, or the second and third track, there will be easements across those tracks for other services, access, utilities, across those tracks, while Horton only owns the first take. And there'll be other exhibits that show items or access or easements that are needed after they acquire the second take on the third take.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Right.
So there doesn't really have anything to do with the city. It's really
Right,
just.
right. It's just strictly more of the property itself.
Correct.
At the end of the day.
The finer details lay with DR and the city as to how the property's gonna be developed.
The biggest thing with the development agreement between the city and Horton revolves around wastewater.
So, with a little bit of concern that it might be viewed as there's something sinister going on, which is absolutely not. But there were some terms in the agreement that we have a developer's agreement with Elmendorf Land Partnership. And so there's a reference in the new agreement to the TERS that hasn't been discussed before. And so, since there's some, and then Cody already talked about another change, I don't want anybody to be alarmed by this, but I'm recommending that we briefly go into closed session so that I can brief the council on some of the legal issues that are brought up in that. So that would be my recommendation.
I would agree with Mike that we go into closed session. Is there a motion that has to be passed for that, Mike, or no?
To go back,
Yeah.
I would like, just for the record, just to make sure that the council is on board with that. And we can go ahead and read multiple items on that. I guess item 12 is related because it's a plat.
Right.
But certainly item 13, we already had to go into closed session anyway.
And item 14.
And item 14, so.
Okay. All right.
So you take care of all that.
Yes.
All right.
Is there a motion for 11 through 14 to go into closed session?
I make the motion to go into closed session for items 11 through 14.
Second?
I second
All in favor? 7:50 p.m.
Thank you.
Manual it. Do we need the recorder there?
Yeah, I guess we will for no, because it's all consultation with the attorney.
Okay.
I was thinking